right. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us in our November edition of Pitch Perfect here. Super excited to have a great panel of speakers today. So kicking things off, the presentation today may contain forward-looking information. So there can be no assurance that forward-looking information will prove to be accurate, as actual results and future events could differ materially from those anticipated in such statements. Accordingly, viewers should not place undue reliance on forward-looking information. All right, now I'd like to turn things over to Chris with tiptap. So tiptap being a leading payment solution company that makes donating easy in an increasingly cashless world and counts 7 out of 10 global charities as clients. This is also tiptap's second round with FrontFundr. So Chris, I'll turn it over to you.
Great, thanks everybody. And just to confirm, you can see my screen, no problem?
Yeah, looks great.
Awesome. So you've probably seen us and hopefully you've used us, because probably not a lot of you carry cash anymore. And you'd be part of the majority. Most people don't carry cash anymore. That's taken a huge leap in the US as well through COVID. Over the last COVID period, it's probably jumped about 5 years ahead in terms of cashless card or mobile device usage. With that, what's happening is a lot of people aren't able to give to the charities they care about or spend for the things that they want to get from an impulse nature. So what tiptap is a small little device like this. It's about half the size of a deck of cards, and you simply tap it with your plastic credit, debit card, or your mobile wallet, and the amount that's on the front of the device is exactly what goes to the cause. As a result, what we're seeing is 4 times more than cash. This is hopefully what you each see every morning at your local Tim Hortons. Is with a simple tap, you can give $2 to help send a kid to camp. And there's multiple avenues of impact that has on kids at such a young age. We've actually seen 4 times more than cash, and that's really just because it's so simple. We're able to put it anywhere. It doesn't need anyone there. It doesn't need Wi-Fi or anything like that. It has our own network connection. And as a result, you can put it everywhere. So you have more collection locations, people are giving more, and you don't necessarily need to have volunteers or a secondary device to make it operate. So that's really what makes us different from everything that's out there. And as a result, I'm actually going to have to adjust this number, because we're already seeing this increase with Salvation Army only being launched this week. I'll give you a couple examples. The Legion program that we did for Veterans Day actually tripled their objectives. And then we're already seeing numbers exceeding last year with the Salvation Army. And that's largely because a lot of the places that they have us with the kettlebells, you don't need a volunteer. And people can still give to a recognizable cause they care about, and they can help their fellow humans. We started early with Salvation Army with 15 displays, then we went to 1,500. We're over 15,000 now across North America and into Bermuda. And we're happy to say that collections are already trending to exceed last year's level. We also actually help with payments, and we make payments a little bit faster. So this is, groups like Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. If you've been to Scotiabank Arena, you've probably seen us there. BMO Field, if you've been to the Washington Warriors, if you've been to the San Jose Sharks, if you're going to the 49er game, the St. Giants, pretty well we've been helping every single sports team not only raise money for their fundraising efforts, but also with their food and beverage sales, bag check, coat check, those type. And the reason is because it shortens their lineup. It makes it 90% faster. They increase their revenues, and it makes a better fan experience. We got tons of great clients. These are just some of the more recent ones. We do have 9 out of the 10 top global charities and growing. We actually just launched our e-commerce site a couple months ago, and I'm happy to say that this month we've already just halfway through this month, we've already exceeded last month's sales on our e-commerce, and 10% of our over all-time programs have been received in the last couple months. So Definitely seeing a ton of growth, and that's thanks to great clients like this, great use cases that have really proven our product, and then great partners that we have in Comcast, NBC Universal, and sports and entertainment. Dreamcatcher, really around North American Indigenous rights and causes. And then Visa, not only with community banks, but really everything Visa supports from the from the NFL to the LA 2028 Olympics. A large reason why a lot of these small groups are joining us is because we're 75% cheaper than what they're already paying for collections. And it's pretty simple. They pay a $35 subscription rate on the device. That includes all of our services, including a full reporting platform, concierge services, and some of the design elements. And then we charge a 1.5% usage rate just for connectivity. So the idea here is, hey, if you put in $500, that allows us to build 5 devices. That's going to collect at least a minimum of $10,000 for charities per year, translating into a minimum of $50,000 that your $500 translates into for causes in need. We're seeing a lot of growth. Obviously, we're starting at this stage just trying to build more devices, and then we're going to hit it again and again and again. And this is based off of no churn with our current clients and moving from pilots to a rollout. All of this information is available on the FrontFundr site. The only thing I want you guys to remember is we're simple, super simple. We make it easy to give, fast to pay, so people collect more. And take a look at our FrontFundr site, and happy to answer any of your questions.
That's fantastic. Thanks so much, Chris. Always love hearing more about what you guys are up to, and just the amount of new contracts that you guys are signing all the time is amazing. One of the things that I think would be great to answer just for those on the call here today is, obviously you did a campaign with us back in, I believe it was 2020, actually through December, when the kettle drive was up and running, and you're back raising with us now. So what's the business kind of achieved between campaign 1 and campaign 2?
Yeah, like I think easily a tenfold increase in with that one particular client, but just the number of brands and programs we've done over 1,000 programs now. We have hundreds of customers that range everything from faith-based giving to venues, festivals, events, transit. Like we have, we're even automating, newspaper boxes and stuff like that. So really, there's so much that's happened, so many use cases. And now we're really at the point where we have to focus on which ones we're helping the most and which ones we're making the most. And the reason we're kind of with FrontFundr again is obviously we have a number of investors from our original round. This is a purpose-driven company. It's built to help those who need help the most. And the FrontFundr community is part of that. So the first part is just making it available to our employees, anybody in the community that supports a cause, and making it really accessible at $500 a point. And I think we've already, as of last couple of days, we've exceeded our first record-setting FrontFundr fundraising round. And I think we're almost at $1 million with FrontFundr. We're getting pretty close. So hopefully by the end of the day, you guys can help push us over.
No, absolutely. The campaign is going very well. To your point, we've surpassed what you were able to achieve in the first campaign, which is great. And I think as you highlighted there, like many people would recognize TipTap for its charitable giving as of campaign 1 and all that you do to facilitate that. But the introduction of kind of fast pay as a solution is very much a newer feature and something that you guys have been growing quite a bit. So we had a question actually come through the Q&A from Richard, who says, he's always thought of TipTap as being about charitable giving. So what sectors are you expecting to drive the most growth now?
I think sports is really, like, charitable giving will continue to grow with all of the clients, and we're going to continue to grow in regions. So I think that is still going to make up the bulk of our business. I think the bulk of incremental or new sector business is going to come from sports and food and beverage, venue services, those kind of things. And it's really in terms of reducing lineups. There's another area that we're doing, which is also tap to tip. And we've been doing a pilot program with Tim Hortons and Subway and a few others. And it's been extremely successful, not only in getting the employees tips, but actually providing the employees a little bit of fun in their job, a little bit of ribbon going on between the customer and trying to get that tap for the tip.
No, that's fantastic. It's great to see you guys innovating with new product lines and such. I know you really highlight the fact that, really TipTap is all about doing good. And, the just even a $500 investment can have a huge impact in terms of making that happen. So perhaps you could just tell us like one or two of your favorite moments so far where you've been able to have a really positive impact on a charity or another organization.
Wow. You know what? I just give me 1 sec, because
Okay.
yeah. Can you see that?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So this is one of my favorite moments. This is actually a guy that I met at the Children's Miracle Network golf tournament in Ohio. And we were doing $50, $100, $250 taps. And we had this little bit of banter between whose country was better, the US or Canada. And it was just so nice to have that kind of rapport with him. And then getting notes like this and letters back from is kind of one of the most memorable. And I have 5 kids myself, so being able to help these kids, that's got to be one of my most memorable moments for sure. It comes down to when we see a little thing, this tiny little device have such a huge impact, not only from a monetary standpoint, but in their actual lives.
Yeah.
It's that's the reward for us for sure.
No, that's really incredible. So yeah, for those tuning in today, $500 investment, 5 new devices, potential, $50,000 in good. So definitely encourage you all to, visit the TipTap campaign page on FrontFundr. That's frontfundr.com/tiptap. Feel free to reach out to Chris with any questions that you have, and recommend that, everyone look out for the devices at, the kettle drive that the Salvation Army is running right now at your local Tim Hortons, anything like that. And if you haven't already, tap the device for a good cause. So Chris, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Great presentation. All right, just as we wrap things up for today, wanted to share just a couple slides on getting started from FrontFundr in case there's anyone new to the session today. So FrontFundr is Canada's leading equity crowdfunding platform. We make it easy for all Canadians to invest in Canada's most exciting startups and growth stage businesses, just as you've seen from the pitches today. And typically we save from as little as $250, but as I mentioned, Persephone is raising at $100. So these opportunities are very accessible to everyone across Canada. We've done now over 100 raises, raising over $120 million. And we've, got an investor community of over 34,000 now. In addition to that, to get started, would recommend just visiting the website, frontfundr.com. You can go have a look at each of the individual campaign pages there and hit invest to get started. And if you have any questions throughout the process at all, we've got an online chat with our investor relations team, or you can reach out to support@frontfundr.com with any questions. So thank you to everyone for tuning in today. Really appreciate your time. Thank you to all of our fantastic panelists from today. You delivered great pitches. So nice to see you guys even interacting as businesses yourself, and how you could perhaps work together in the future. So always love to see that. Yeah, like we said, it's really about community capital is what equity crowdfunding really stands for. So it's great to see the ways that these companies have incorporated the community into their business models as well. So thank you all for your time. Thank you for those who have attended, and we'll be back with another Pitch Perfect session, hopefully within the next month or two. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.